Ephraim said, lots of interesting skills that you're going to learn over the next 8 weeks. Some of them hard skills, like how to code, how to program through an Arduino device, things that you may have not heard about or are not familiar with yet. But we're going to deliver it to you in such a way that it's certainly not going to be rocket science. Well, maybe there'll be some rocket science, but we're really hoping to give you at least an introduction to some of these things. You may discover passions and pursue them further. But we also want to integrate some soft skills. So today, for instance, we're going to talk about self-leadership and self-discipline and creating and maintaining healthy boundaries. We're fortunate enough to have Gifty and Bethel presenting on that. And so while it is hard skills we're looking to introduce you to, we're also thinking about some of the soft skills that we have found are important as it relates to kind of just building yourself into a well-rounded person. So now that we have an understanding of kind of the program, where it came from, what we're hoping to do, the next thing that I'll do is I'll just quickly have the leaders introduce themselves. So there's 4 of us on today. We've been fortunate enough to all help in designing this program. So I'll have maybe Bethel Abraham start just by introducing yourself. Bethel, what inspired you to get involved with this and what you're hoping to see come out of this program?
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Jonas. Can you guys hear me well? Can you show me a thumbs up? Awesome. Well, my name is Bethel. I know this is, a lot of you guys are across from Canada. I have lived in Manitoba, actually, specifically Brandon. So I'm not sure if there's anyone here from there. If you do, hey. I lived there for 11 years, and then I moved to Calgary for university. And I've been here now for about 4 years. And so I'm going into my final year of development studies and health science at the University of Calgary. I love working with children. I like working with families. My passions are to see families and youth and children thrive relationally and in their health. And so that's kind of what my passions are. I love working with youth, even though you can't really tell. I'm about 5 feet tall. So most of you guys are probably taller than me, I bet you. But yes, I really like working with youth. I've learned a lot in my career and in my professional life and personal life from youth. And so me getting involved with Excel came out of that passion to see the youth, that's the next generation, do much better than I did in society. I know most of us, some of you might have been born here. Some of you guys might have been born outside of Canada. And I think we all have experienced a bit of what the struggle might be looking like for our parents moving to a country where they're learning the whole new language, a whole new culture, and being kids of that. I saw how I would like to be a person, a leader for the next generation to do much better and give them tools and advice that maybe I wish I learned at your age. And so that's kind of why I'm doing this. I'm very excited for this program because when we create these slides and we create the curriculum, we're thinking about, okay, if I was 13, what would I have wished to hear? Or what kind of advice would have helped me at that age to become a better leader, a better person, a better person who's a leader in my workplace? And so that's kind of where we're coming from. And I really hope that these sessions really teach you so much about leadership, but most and foremost about yourself. And I hope you discover yourself even further, your strengths, even your weaknesses, and then that's why we're here. We can help you strengthen those as well. And so I'm very excited for these sessions. Thanks, Jonas.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Betty. All right, I'll toss it back to Gifty to introduce herself a little bit, give you a little backstory, and we'll go from there.
My story is very long, so I'll keep it very short. But so fun fact, I grew up in Germany. Then I came here in end of grade 6, didn't know any English. So imagine a Bashar girl with a very strong German accent. I didn't have a lot of friends. So that was that was my journey. And then I went on to university to pursue urban planning, and then ended up working in the corporate world. But then, crazy enough, is I always knew that I wanted to counsel people, and that's something that I've been doing on the side. And I know some of you guys here also go to church, so I am now a pastor of a church here. I'm actually in my office right now. But pretty much my heart for youth is, like I said, I think I was helping a lot of kids, and I realized that there was a lot of things that I went through when I lived here in Canada that my parents didn't understand. And to be honest, my parents tried their best they could, but somehow there were still some things that I needed that I didn't get. And so I think helping youth, it's really a passion, because if there's a way that I can help you from my mistakes, then I've done something right. So I've made lots of mistakes, guys. I'm sure you'll get to know me in the next 8 weeks. I made tons of mistakes. But one thing that I know is that if I had people giving me really good advice about finding myself at an early age and knowing my strengths, I probably would have been a more confident person to take, bigger risks, or be more confident. And so I think that's one of the big things that I love working with youth, is I get to see you guys flourish, because you are at home and you're at school and you're still finding your place. And sometimes you will spend your adulthood also looking for a place to belong. And so knowing yourself is really important, and that's what I'm here for. So I'm excited to get to know you guys. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kipti. Okay. Next up, we'll have Ephraim has kind of given you a background of himself in some sense, but if you just want to add something, Ephraim, about what's inspired you to be part of this and what you're hoping will come from it.
Same as Gifty, mine might be too long, so I'm gonna give you a short version. I was born in Ethiopia and grew up in Ethiopia, but when I was a teenager, like 15, I left Ethiopia to go to China to attend high school. So I finished my high school in Hong Kong, and I did IB. So for some of you guys, you might do IB program. I did full IB. So if you want to talk about that at some point, let me know. And after that, I got a full scholarship to come and attend University of Alberta engineering program. And I moved to Canada in 2005. And after I finished my first degree, I decided to continue my PhD. And I did my PhD at same school, University of Alberta. And then when I finished that, I got a job to come to work in University of Calgary. But one thing you know about me is I really like school. So since I really like school, I decided to go back to school. And right now I'm first year in medical school at University of Calgary. So by profession, I'm an engineer, but I'm trying to also be a physician or a doctor in 3 years. So if you are interested in engineering or medicine, I'm always willing to talk to you about it. And I have been involved with youth in Edmonton and also in Calgary. I really think this age is really the best age to learn a lot, to find out about your skills, your passion, and your career choice. If you are unsure about like, what do I want to be when I grow up? This is a really perfect age to meet people like me, Jonas, Gifty, Bethel, and see why we chose what we want to be. So you are at the right place. Very excited to know you and to talk to you more about different areas. Yeah. Thank you, Jonas.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And